Come along as I do a nightly reset. I typically start with the table. I make sure that the waters are put away or loaded in the dishwasher. Then I go ahead and just make sure that the table is cleared. So I'm going to go ahead and put the napkins away, the cutting board away, make sure that things are just tucked away. The goal really isn't to organize, it's just to put things away and clear things up. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck the games away because I know they don't belong there. Notice the games are a little bit messy, but again, not the time to actually reorganize. I typically place bibs and rags in this container for when I go down to the laundry room. Then I go ahead and take my wet rag and wipe down the whole table and just make sure that everything is cleared up so the table is all set for tomorrow morning. Typically, I also vacuum in this time, but honestly, it looked fine underneath the table, so I went ahead and skipped it. I do a quick wipe down of the stove. This is not our regular cleanup. It is just part of our nightly reset. I tuck away appliances to keep counters clear. I continue by clearing off the counters, putting things away, rearranging the chairs just to make sure that things are again reset for tomorrow morning. Take care of putting sweaters where they belong, boosters, and resetting the table. Like I forgot to ask my little one to put this ball away, so I have a little area in my kitchen where I keep just random toys that are left at the end of the night here. Still working on clearing up the counters, just making sure everything is tucked away where it needs to go. Food needs to obviously go in the fridge, and anything else that's hanging out on the counter that needs to be cleared up. I have this little section of things that I need to ask the kids about. I know they wanted to get rid of it. I also can hang my rag or put in the laundry pile. I'm leaving this pile of paper out because I really need to tackle it tomorrow, so that's a reminder for me to do that first thing in the morning. Then I take everything that belongs in the junk drawer and go ahead and put it back in its home. I reset my little one's table in case he wakes up and wants to draw or color. Then I gather up the dishes that did not fit in the dishwasher because these are the ones I have to wash by hand. I love the fact that I can just rinse this little square rag and reuse it to wipe down counters. So once I washed the dishes, I left the cast iron to soak and I went ahead and wiped down the counters as it was soaking to make it easier to wash it quickly. Depending on how gunky the counters are, sometimes I just use water to wipe them down and other times I actually use a spray to wet this little rag. Keep in mind the goal is not perfection. The goal is just a nice little reset. This is not our deep cleaning. This is just to make sure that we wake up to a clean home in the morning. My goal is typically to get a 95% reset on the kitchen and the living room area. I finished up with the dishes, went ahead and put the rest of the dishes away that were in the sink. Sometimes I'm able to tackle those, but most often I tackle them actually in the morning with the rest of the dishes from the dishwasher. And in less than 15 minutes, our house is reset and ready for tomorrow.